Kiyoshi of the Felden Army. Oh boy, where do I properly start with this? Kiyoshi's final scene within Song's War was perfect. It was perfect for his character, and it was perfect for the story. Yeah, it's a shame he wouldn't be able to survive and see the end of the Second Great War and the end to the Felden Necromancer War. His and other characters' death within Song's War is, well, a good example of not every character gets this chance to see a good happy ending or the conclusion to the story, which in a way makes Kiyoshi's death one of the most redeeming things about the Felden arc. Also, can we just not forget the fact that throughout season 2, it was the whole Felden arc was just following Kiyoshi's story, not Nika's and Lucan's, and just acknowledge how it was mainly Kiyoshi who was carrying the Felden arc for season 2. Like, now that I think about it, I can barely remember what Lucan was even doing other than being behind the Necromancer's lines and stuff. But enough of that. Hello everyone, I'm Delphius, and today I'm going to do a video analysis on Kiyoshi's death in Song's War. So, on with the show. Okay everyone, I think it's time that I start rambling on how perfect Kiyoshi's last scene in Song's War was. One of the reasons why I think Kiyoshi's final scene was perfect for Song's War was due to the fact that, well, this was basically part of the storm after the calm. And, well, it basically showed how dark and dangerous it is going to become for the characters within Season 3 of Song's War. And makes it clear to the viewer that not everyone is going to be safe for Season 3. And not every character in Song's War, big or small, is going to be safe from dying. It also fits well with Kiyoshi's story, specifically his fear of failing to protect Felden. And despite how much he tried and how much he truly did try to protect and save all of Felden, he ends up failing in the end. And even though, yeah, it's a tragic and sad end, it does fit well with what he was doing. He basically broke the cycle his father and grandfather made back then, and that was protect Felden and not let the capital fall. And, well, he was the first in his family to let that happen, to our knowledge at least. And even in my opinion, I think that is where episode 8 should have ended at, and the stuff with the Necromancers afterwards should happen in episode 9 instead of 8. And this scene and many others within Song's War Season 2 kind of make Kiyoshi the 5th main character of Song's War, at least in Season 2. His death is pretty sad. Even though him and many other characters deserve a happy ending, this ended up being the ending he ended up getting, despite how much he have tried. And when you think about it, it's kind of his father and other people's fault for this even happening, because he was basically forced into the line of duty, forced into honoring a legacy that was simply not for him. And he was basically given the choice, honor the legacy of his family, or basically not do that and most likely be seen as a failure and a disappointment by all of Felden. And this entire scene could have even more impact within the Song's War universe when you think about it, because if there's ever a spin-off show that takes place after Song's War, specifically in Felden, then every time people will look at history books of Kiyoshi's family, they'll see him and note him as a failure, a disappointment, someone who failed to stop the enemy from taking over the capital, who failed to protect all of Felden, which sucks even more because we, the viewer, know that he tried everything. He tried his very best to make sure that didn't happen. He quite literally sacrificed everything to his life. He gave up a comfy life. He gave up basically trying to have his own little family. He gave up everything that a person should have just to honor a legacy. He was forced to bear. which make it even more sad because that basically means that everything he tried to do would have basically been pointless because at the end of the day, anyone in the future in the Song's War universe would just see him as a failure, a disappointment, and wouldn't think anything more than that. Even though we, the viewer, would know that's not truly the case. Yeah, he failed, but we know that he really did try. Well, that's enough of my analysis for Kiyoshi's final scene in Song War and why it was perfect. Anyways, I had the idea to make this video for a while, didn't really got around to do it, and then this guy's video ended up popping up, give me some encouragement and an idea, and then, well, now we're here. Anyways, this is Delphius, and I'm signing out.